Welcome to Driving Strategic Impact. This program is based on a course I've been teaching over the last 8 years at Columbia Business School to MBAs and executives on strategy consulting skills. The top-tier strategy consulting firms over the last several decades have developed and implemented a discipline that allows them to deliver practical solutions to some of the most challenging and important strategic issues that top corporations face. My effort, my intention in this class has been to codify that discipline, to demystify this discipline of strategy consulting, so that all of us in this low-risk environment of the classroom can be introduced to those tools, to those frameworks, to those skills, and can inculcate them in our own approach to solving strategy problems, so that when we walk back into the workplace, we are equipped with that same wisdom and that same discipline to allow us to solve the hardest strategic problems in our own careers and in our own organizations with practical impact. How many of us have been in situations from time to time where we have tremendous ideas to offer, well thought out ideas, perhaps even defended and supported by the right logic and data, but we find that these ideas don't really make it in the organization. Somehow they get pushed back, they get resistance, there are some naysayers, there are moments when certain people are just not aligned and they don't take action on them. And so fast forward a year from now, all that well-intentioned energy that you sought to pour into that project, that you sought to pour into that conversation or that meeting or that moment where you're trying to persuade people to do the right thing based on all these great ideas that you had, it comes to naught. In the past, strategy consultants used to be very focused on solving the problem, getting to a compelling answer with logic and data behind it, and then doing a bedazzling presentation in front of the CEO and their top team about what it is that the organization should do. But in recent years, the field of strategy consulting has actually gone through a transformation. And the whole focus has shifted from purely solving the problem to a whole larger metric of success, which is to deliver real impact. In other words, CEOs are not interested anymore in just having PowerPoint presentations thrown at them. They want to see a moving of the needle. Have you come in and actually made something real happen in my organization? Have you been able to implement successfully a change program? And so my purpose in this class is, yes, to give you a structured problem-solving toolkit, something that will allow you to look into the face of really complicated, fuzzy strategic issues, define them in a very clear way, structure and organize and break them apart, then collect the right data, do the right analysis, and build compelling recommendations. But around that structured problem-solving toolkit, my purpose is also to give you 3 very important complementary skills. The first is project management, the idea of how do you actually design and manage a project end-to-end that delivers not just impactful strategy, but true change. The second is communication skills, both in the everyday moments when you're interacting with your teammates or with experts or with clients, and also in the epic moments, those difficult conversations, those high-impact meetings where you have to present and engage a wide body of people on the issues which are complex and controversial. And the third element of this supporting infrastructure is influencing skills, so that you can change mindsets. You can bring people along and get their buy-in. You can build consensus and ultimately you can spur people to action so that truly the ideas you come up with have a strong impact in the organization, allow you to move the needle. It is my firm commitment to all of us who participate on this journey that ultimately my aspiration here is not just to make you a great strategic problem solver, but to actually make you a strategic advisor, someone who can have really strong, meaningful, practical impact on the organization. Once I was teaching this class to our executive MBA students, and one of these students comes up to me and says, "Professor, this is not about consulting skills, this is about life skills." And I realized how right he was, how in my own journey in acquiring and practicing this skill set over a period of time, this discipline of taking on really tough strategic problems and approaching them in a really structured way, and then communicating really crisply and clearly and building trust-based relationships and learning how to move the hearts and minds of others, those are really life skills, and they've certainly had a positive impact in my own life. And so the question for you is that if you were to join me and this community of participants who are taking part in this online Driving Strategic Impact program, are you only going to benefit by actually learning how to have strong strategic impact in your teams and your organization and your clients? Or is it also possible that these skills that you acquire in this class might in fact have a strong impact in your own life as well?